Wow, sounds good, man.
Thanks, dude.
All right, Jesse, thanks for coming by.
No problem. Happy to be here.
Yeah, man. Get to see you here at my little
See your
podcast.
studio.
Yeah, a little jam room, right? So this is what I do. Anyway, Jesse works at Taylor Guitars, ladies and gentlemen, and you've been there for how long now?
Been there for almost 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's long.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
2016 or 17, I
Oh my
started.
goodness. Wow. So where are you now working at Taylor's?
Now I mainly work on the Powers Electric brand.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
pretty much me and Sammy, we kind of do all the paint
Sure.
jobs. We're basically the finish department.
Yeah.
So we get the raw bodies. We'll
Sure.
figure out a process for
Yeah.
the paint jobs. And then
Right.
we're our own repair guy, all that. So we
For
just
sure.
see
Yeah.
those through till they're finished.
Let me ask you, Jesse. So when did the Powers Electric launch?
It's been about 2 years, I want to say, maybe a little more than 2 years ago.
Okay.
I think right now we're on about number 1,200 or 1,300 we've done total.
1,200.
Mhm.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's kind of a lot. And we
Kind
do,
of.
we do one.
Yeah.
We've gone back and forth with how many we're doing, so it's usually
Sure.
1 to maybe 3 or 4 a day. That's what we try to
Okay.
get done.
Finished. Finished product. Right.
Mhm.
Nice. Wow. Per day.
Yep.
So it's building up.
Yeah, so I mean, you get 3 raw bodies every day, and then they all have different timelines. So you kind of have to do the juggling act of
3 bodies per day. Nice.
Some-
You do the paint jobs, right?
Yep.
Mainly.
Mm-hmm. Basically, all the finish work and buffing we do. So we get it as a raw piece of wood, and then we'll, seal it, paste fill it, put a base coat, paint the color, do the clear coats and the UV
Mhm.
gloss or flat or whatever it calls for.
Mhm.
Prep it all to get buffed in the robot or hand buff or do whatever repairs.
Right on.
We inspect it and
Yeah.
then we move it along.
Yeah.
And we're done with it. It goes on to
Yeah.
FA and gets turned into a working instrument.
Nice. And you have that new room, right?
We work in a few different areas. We work in repair department in their spray booth because they have a little mini
Yeah, the
spray booth up
yeah,
there,
Yeah.
which is pretty nice because it's, the repair guys are in and out of there doing their odd jobs. They have, who knows what's on their list for
Yeah.
repairs. It's all different.
Yeah.
But we have a little room up there with our paint cabinets,
Yeah.
all of our guns, all of our stuff. So we'll
Right.
spray up there. We kind of work in 3 different buildings. So we do a lot of our sanding. scraping and detailing, and then obviously everything other than the paint, like the UV, gets done in the main production building along with all the Taylor guitars.
In 1980.
Yeah.
Okay. And you work with Chris Carter too, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jesse. So, what's a typical day like for you in the workshop, man?
In the workshop,
Yeah.
I mean, basically, me and Sammy will get there. He'll go down to 1980 and just start getting our raw bodies ready. I'll go to the other building and get our paint jobs that we did the previous day. So the previous day, we'll paint. We'll put a clear coat on there. So I'll go grab that, put them all in the cart, and wheel that down to 1980 building. We'll inspect all those paint jobs in case there's a piece of dirt or a hair, or eyelash, or whatever little thing might be wrong with it. So then we'll make a call, okay, these are good, and we'll either send them in to get UV and gloss finish sprayed on there, or if not, we'll prep them out and put them on the cart, and we'll take them back up there later. So we'll come in, we'll spray those, turn those in. While they're getting sprayed, we'll take the raw bodies, we'll paste fill those. Once that's done, we'll sand out our hot pots, which is our base coat that we sprayed the previous day. So then we have our paint jobs ready to spray, and then our newly paste filled guitars that we're going to spray hot pot on and paint the next day.
Hot pot?
Hot pot is like it's just a clear base coat that we put on. We don't use it on the acoustic instruments. It's really thick, really heavy, very hard material. It's really strong.
So that's the first step.
That's pretty much the first step, unless you stain. Now, stain you're obviously going to put on raw wood, but again, there's a lot of different colors and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, we'll spray just that clear base coat. It's called hot pot. That's because if you leave it sitting there, it's catalyzed, and as it hardens, it gets super hot. Like if you touch it, it's 200, 300 degrees. It gets
really?
real hot.
So that's the first step on your paint job, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a thin layer.
It's pretty thick.
Oh, thick.
Yeah. And we try not to make it too thick, but it is a very thick kind of jelly kind of material. So it's not very.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's very viscous. You know.
So
what I mean?
So you're doing that on the raw body.
Mm-hmm. We'll paste fill it first, and then we'll spray that. And if we don't paste fill, it is a kind of a sealer paste fill material already, but we paste fill it just to be sure, because sometimes, depending on the piece of wood, sometimes they're very porous. So if we don't paste fill, if we skip that step, when you spray that clear coat, it's going to sink in. You're going to have a lot of pits, and we don't want that. We want just a nice sanded, smooth, even surface. A lot of the paints we use are really reactive with jet glue, which is pretty common to use to fix, any dents or dips or little pits or anything like that. You just put some jet in there, level it, and generally you can spray over that. And I'd say half of our colors, that will work. Obviously, that's wasted time. We don't want to have to do that, but you can. Some of our colors, that doesn't work at all. Some of them, if you put jet, level that, and you try to paint over it, the paint will react with the solvent in the jet, because a lot of it's metallic automotive paint, and then you just can't do that. So you need a nice, even one material layer, which is the hot pot.
It should be flat afterwards, right?
Yeah, it's you spray it on relatively thick as far as finish goes, and it kind of wets out and smooths everything out, makes your edges nice and smooth.
Sure.
And then we'll still go and sand that out and
by hand.
We'll use orbitals and a combination, hand blocks and different pads, just to make it really nice.
You use one of those.
Use an orbital sander.
Yeah.
And then a combination of different blocks that we have that fit the different contour areas.
And the sand and different types of sandpapers, right?
Yeah. For paint, we're usually leveling with about 320. And then we'll go back over it with 500 just to make everything smooth and uniform.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of those colors, it's a little different, like a solid color. If there's little scratches or little this and that, it's fine, because once you spray the clear, you won't be able to see it. If it's a metallic color, it's reflective. So if you have any little bump or a dip or even just a slight scratch, even if people will block out like what we do on all the production guitars, if you spray a metallic over that, you're going to see every single scratch. So it's just
it's a process.
It's an acquired skill that you learn how to prep it out over many failures. You figure out how to do it right.
So basically, you learn every day.
Yep. Yeah. So you paste fill, you spray the base coat, sand that out, tape up or whatever we have to do. Right. Some of them have binding, so we'll tape up the binding.
Yeah.
Take it up there, spray our color, let that dry. You spray a clear coat. You let that dry till the next day. Right. And then you go grab that, bring it down, throw it in for 2 coats of UV. Yeah, those get sanded out. Right. And then at the end, it gets rubbed out to 1,000 grit. And then we send it to the buffing program. Then you inspect it, just make sure everything's good, and you move on. Right.
Because you have to go back and check it out, right? I mean,
you have
to inspect everything.
Every step you have to inspect it, because it's like you could have a piece of dirt land in your paint job, right? And that's kind of the worst case scenario, because removing that from the paint, you're probably going to damage the paint, and you're going to have to add more. Right. You could have a piece of dirt or contamination in your clear coat, which seals in the color. Yeah. So every time it gets sprayed, so it gets hot pot, which really doesn't matter if that gets contaminated. You can usually fix it, and just because you're going to paint over top of it. Yeah. But you got hot pot, you got clear coat, your paint, 1 UV, 2nd UV, possibly flat, and then it has flat, which is like a matte finish, which will mask off, and just the back will get flat while the top will be glossy. And then you have the risk of, if something goes awry in the buffing program, if the wheels are too hard or too much compound, or it buffs through the finish. So at every single procedure that we do, there's an inspection that takes place afterwards. Right. So who's doing the inspection, by the way? We are, yeah.
You guys are?
It's just me and Sammy. We're pretty much the only people that really touch those until they get to FA.
You're talking about all of the guitars, right?
All of the Powers electrics, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But not with our acoustic.
No, we're not really working on too many acoustics. I try to help those guys out. If we find ourselves, these guitars are drying, our other guitars are still getting sprayed, and our other ones are buffing, we don't really have anything really to work on, which doesn't happen very often. But when it does, we'll try to help out the other guys with production. We do work with the paint. So some of the more colorful options for like catch guitars, metallic paints, or blue, or we just did a really nice green catch guitar, candy apple red.
I see.
Any of those like really bright colors that are using Powers electric colors. Yeah. We'll take those up and paint them, but we'll pretty much just do the paint job, spray the clear, and then we put it back into production, and whoever's guitar it was will just carry on with their operations. So we're not really inspecting. Obviously, we're inspecting our work, but at the final stages of those acoustics, it's not really us. That's just Taylor production.
So different people do that, right?
Mm-hmm. There's a few like designated people that inspect, on both shifts.
So what is Abel's role?
Abel is finish supervisor, so he kind of handles the numbers, makes sure that what's coming into the shop, making sure everybody's workload is even. He kind of looks at the payroll. It's not the payroll, the rework. The rework. And then the inspection process, and just kind of just organizes everything. Right.
Did you start doing paint jobs in the finish department too as well?
Pretty much. I mean, I did a little bit, not really painting so much, but I did a lot of repair work when I was working in FA. So you are touching up color, but it's mostly with markers. Stains, or you're pretty much just trying to hide whatever the defect is, and not really doing too much paint, but a little bit. I got kind of familiar working with finish, but not so much with paint. Right. And then the paints that we use are a lot of metallic paints, a lot of automotive, like Porsche colors and stuff. So it's not really the same material. It's a little bit different. So we use some different materials on it.
Did you build that neck for your ukulele?
Yeah, I built it out of a kit. So, I mean,
Oh, okay.
it was already slotted, but you still have to put the fretboard on. You have to shape
Oh, okay,
it,
okay,
shape
okay.
the headstock,
Okay.
smooth,
Right.
it's a very oversized, rough,
Okay.
bulky, clunky
Okay.
neck.
Okay.
You still have to fret it and level the frets and clean it all up.
Of
You have to
course.
cut the fret wire.
Yeah.
You have to glue the neck on, locate the bridge, all that
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I mean, they're always kind of changing stuff up. I mean, we have robots that buff our guitars, right? Like we went from buffing them by hand to they make a program that goes and picks that thing up and very delicately does a perfect buff job on it. So that saves your arms, your muscles, and just your back and just a lot of time. Honestly, you
Right.
can just send them into the robot and you can move on and work on something else. But we have the printer there, which
The printer?
there's a printer you can load a guitar in, and it just paints a perfect sunburst on it, paints whatever you want on it.
Oh.
You can load in any image you want. You can load in
Wow.
that picture on your shirt, and it would just print that right on the guitar
Wow.
and seal it in. So
Is
it goes.
that
It's literally just like a inkjet printer, but it's paint. And it just goes, and there's a little UV light that comes behind it and cures it. That's kind of a new thing that they have.
So this happens in the buffing room?
This happens in the little hallway right in Finish, in that little alcove where they used to inspect. There's a big printer that they just put in there.
Oh, okay.
I think they're doing it. I think they have a few in the Tecate location, but even like the purfling, instead of routing this out and gluing, binding, and purfling in,
Yeah.
they can just paint on top and give the illusion of purfling. So
You would think it's real.
it looks pretty real. I
Yeah.
mean, you wouldn't know if you
Yeah.
didn't know. You wouldn't know.
Yeah. So in
Um,
your 9 years of working there, so when did you guys uh, start having the robots?
The
In the buffing room,
the robots have kind of been there since I started.
Oh, really?
The printing robot is new, but the spray robot and the buffing robots, they had those. The powers were new, so they didn't have a program to fit the power's body shape. So
Got it.
yeah. And then there's a couple. There's a few ovens, like we have an IR oven up in the repair department, which helps us with our paint. Once you spray, if say there is a chunk of dirt or a hair or something or a contamination, something you need to sand off and fix, when you first spray it, you have to let the paint dry before you go back and sand on it. Otherwise, it's wet. You're just going to smear it. It's going to get chunked up and lumpy, and then you're going to have an even bigger problem, right? So you can throw it in that IR oven for it's like 5 or 7 minutes. It'll spin around in there, get a bunch of different wavelengths of light will hit it and heat. And you'll take it out, let it cool down, and it's dry as a bone, and
Wow.
you can sand on it and work on it. So that speeds things up a lot. That's a new one. We got that I think maybe last year. They got that.
Is that inside?
That's up in repair.
Repair. Oh, repair.
It's like inside the spray booth area.
You mean like inside building 1900?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So what trends are you seeing in the guitar market right now?
I don't know. That's a little above my expertise, really.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that they're changing their neck technology. At least I can only really speak for Taylor. But yeah, they're changing the way they do their neck.
Okay.
Their neck bolt up, I guess you would call it, or adhesion. Yeah. So you can, instead of taking the neck off and adjusting your shims to get your angle right, which is a cool technology also that Taylor has, but now they have a neck that you can leave it on and you can actually adjust it with the neck on. You can kick it up or kick
without putting shims, right?
Right. There are no shims, I don't think. I think it's just the way the neck is. You can get in there and you can adjust something that will move it.
With an Allen wrench or something?
It is like a specialized little tool. It's like a little screwdriver with a flexible little arm that you can get in there.
Right.
But it's been quite a while since I was really an FA final assembly employee. Yeah. So I'm kind of out of the loop a little bit on that stuff. I've just been focusing on doing the powers.
Good. There's good and bad, right? I mean,
yeah, no, I love it. I love it. It's like we stay busy. We have a little autonomy to kind of manage our time efficiently in our own way. We kind of know really what's going on. So it's nice. Good. Makes the day go by fast.
This do you also interact with Andy sometimes?
Yeah, not too often. It's like he's got a lot going on, I'm sure.
The busy man.
And I try not to go to him with every single question. And me and Sammy are pretty strict with our quality. So if we if we're unsure, 90% of the time, it's like, no, just fix it. It's like, it's not worth going to ask somebody. Just fix it. That way you don't have to ask about it. You know?
Right.
Just have access to so many people that work there that really are very good at their jobs.
I know.
You know, it adds to the culture, I would say. You know?
Yeah, because you have Chris.
Everybody there is just trying to do a very good job.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a lot of jobs you work, you got the lazy guy that's just like, he's just there, not really pulling his weight. He's just kind of there, and it can slide under the radar. Yeah. I feel like at Taylor, if you're not on your game, it's pretty apparent pretty quickly, you know. To start, you won't be able to hit your goal, or you start having a lot of problems, rework, or
right.
But you don't really get that too much. I'd say they hire good people.
Yeah. I mean, you know Ethan, right? Ethan? Yeah. And
Ethan was the repair guy when I first started working there. He was FA repair guy. So I really like doing repair work because it's always different, right? So you get to be creative and use your brain and figure out how to solve problems instead of just doing production, which is like, here are the steps, you do all these steps, and this is your end result.
Yeah.
Which that's nice too, but in repair, it's damage, so it's chaotic. It's not going to be the same thing. It's always going to be something different. So you have to
every day, right?
You have to problem solve and figure out, okay, this unique issue, how do I fix that? So I liked learning that, and it just makes the day go by. Like when you're in the flow state and you're really critically thinking about things, it just helps the whole day just to fly by. So he showed me a lot of stuff. So I would always try to finish. I would try to do all my bills and finish early. Then I would go help him out.
Well, good to know that, man.
Because then once you have that knowledge, you know, I still have my schedule to build. But if I come across a problem, now I can just go and fix it myself instead of relying on whoever to.
So Jesse, where do you see the guitar industry heading in the future, man?
I mean, I don't think it's going out of style, right? I think people will always want nice instruments. Hopefully, we, you know, with the oncoming technology that we're getting, we can maybe make it more affordable for more people.
I know, right?
But yeah, I mean, the AI, all that stuff that people are so worried about, I think people are going to get tired of it. They're still going to want people playing music. They're going to want to hold a guitar. I don't think it's going anywhere.
Yeah. It's going to stay, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure too, you know? We love playing guitars, right?
Yeah. I mean, it activates your brain. And it's just,
Yeah. There's guitar aficionados out there who's going to order more from us, right?
So, I mean, for sure. But I think, you know, it's a very capable, expressive instrument. It's a little machine that you can just acoustic. You can just pick up and go and play it. So I think it's an awesome invention. I don't see it. I don't see it fading away.
Yeah, exactly, man. How did you get started in the guitar industry?
I grew up in Maryland, and I always was pretty into like classic rock and Cream and Led Zeppelin and that kind of stuff. That's like when I was a little kid.
You don't hear that a lot.
When I was like a teenager, that was like my favorite. So I started playing drums because I love Ginger Baker, the drummer from Cream. So that's kind of where I started with music.
Yeah.
And then I was a drummer for a long time. I kind of tried to figure out guitar, but I didn't really know what I was doing for a few years. I mean, when I first started, I didn't play guitar, so you don't know.
So you first started on the drums?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was super into drums for a long time. That was like when I was, you know, maybe I was in like high school. Maybe just out of high school.
Right.
And then I started learning guitar. I started teaching all my friends drums, so I was surrounded by drummers. I was like, all right, well, now I'll learn to play guitar. And then I moved out here, and I just tried to get in. I was doing like restaurant bartending kind of stuff. So
when did you move here in San Diego, Jesse?
2015.
Really?
Yeah.
But from Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And why did you choose San Diego? The weather?
I was dating a nice young lady who I was dating her in Maryland. She was planning to move out here, which she did. And then I was coming out here and visiting for a while, and then I eventually just stayed.
Oh, nice.
And then trying to maybe do something. I'm in a new city, so maybe I'll try to do something different than the restaurant stuff. So I
And
like music, so I
right,
pretty much just applied for any sort of music based anything, even working at venues or recording studio or just anything really,
right,
just to be kind of in that scene and meet people. I didn't
sure,
really know anyone but her out here,
right.
but yeah. And then I applied to Taylor.
How did you apply at Taylor's?
Just did it online.
Online?
I went and checked it out. I was one of those people on the tour. I was walking around, and then
That's cool, man.
and then like I didn't hear anything back. They sent me the email like, no, we're not interested at this time, which is like the standard. You didn't get the job response, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. And then like a year later,
Yeah.
maybe even a year and a half later, they randomly emailed me.
They kept your resume.
Yeah, they kept it that long. I was kind of surprised. I was like, all right. So yeah,
That's
and
good.
here
Man.
I am.
That's good. Excellent. What's your personal favorite guitar that the company has ever made?
Good question.
Yeah.
I really like I like those Grand Pacifics they were making, like maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't think they're really doing them in production anymore. I think you can still order one, but I like that the big C neck and the
Yeah.
the original Grand Pacifics, like I think it was the 500 series. I really like those. I like the water-based Koa 700s that we did.
Nice color, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always a Koa fan. The Coca-Cola is really beautiful. It's not my favorite guitar sonically, but they look really sweet. I like GCs,
GCs.
600 GC,
Yeah.
12 fret maybe. But I don't know. They're all kind of different, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can find that one. It's just like, man, this thing just plays amazing. And working in FA, I've set up thousands of guitars. You know what I mean? So I've played a lot. And every once in a while, you just get one. You're like, man, you got to play this one. You know. So you just gotta search and find them.
So which one do you think that?
I mean, I like these. I bought one of these.
T5Zs, yeah.
T5Z,
okay.
Jumbo frets. It's got a real tight radius, so it's easy to bend and stuff. So and it's super light, so you can play for a couple hours and it doesn't kill your back.
And when did you buy this guitar, Jesse? Jesse?
Probably. That's a good question. I have these inserts in here, so I can't see the label, but probably maybe 2018, maybe somewhere around there. Yeah,
right.
I had worked there. I bought my GS Mini.
Sure.
Like the first year I worked there, and then a couple years later I got this thing.
So there's no mods in this guitar, right? Did you change anything?
There's a few. Yeah, I mean, I've replaced the nut. I replaced the saddle with bone, and I got graphite here. I got a little sparkly TRC I threw on there. I took the neck and refinished the neck flat, which now it's pretty well used, so it's almost back to being glossy again. But I put flat finish on the back just so it's a little slipperier. Then I got these inserts.
Inserts?
It's just like a foam little insert that I got.
Right.
I was playing with a band called Well for a while, and they.
Are you guys still together?
We're just not really playing too many shows, so we've kind of fizzled out. We put out an pretty good album last year, and then a couple of our guys moved away, so just some personnel changes, and we kind of just. I
liked it.
We're kind of on a little hiatus right now, I guess you would say.
The link you sent me, man.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, but we had a keyboard player which played a lot of synth bass. It was like super low, like farty synth bass kind of sound, which would just take over my guitar. So I think the sensor inside was picking that up. So I put these in there to try to block that out.
So I was going to ask you about that. So that's a common fix, right? For
you just mask it out so the sound doesn't get in there and bounce around, and it works for the most part. I mean, obviously, if I'm sitting in my house practicing, it kind of muddles the sound. Not as much can escape. Yeah, not as much can escape. But I pretty much only play this thing plugged in. If I'm going to just be playing acoustically, I'll play the GS Mini.
And people do that to prevent squeals, right? Squeals and feedback. Right?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay. Nice.
And even like, I mean, this guitar specifically, for whatever reason, like if I play a C chord here, where am I? Yeah, if I play a C up here, if there's any sort of other resonant frequency, which there probably is, if I'm playing C, someone else is probably also playing C.
You can turn it up.
If I play that, it would just
vibrate.
It would just be a runaway train. So for whatever reason, if I'm specifically this C, like I could play down here C and it wouldn't do it, but this one, it would just go nuts. So I kind of tried a couple different things to prevent that.
If you're playing a full barcode, right? A barcode.
Yeah. I'm not really sure why. I don't know if it's because of the location and just the way it. I don't know. It's some weird frequency that happens there.
It shakes the house, right?
I could strum it one time and it would just get louder and louder and louder and louder and just never stop. It would just sustain forever.
That's good.
I mean, it can be problematic. I don't know.
Okay.
If you're trying to just, if you're trying to just accent some chords, like if you're trying to, then that one chord is just overpowering everything.
So how long have you been playing the guitar?
I'd say probably around like 20 years.
20 years?
Yeah, I probably started when I was like 18 or 19, but I didn't really know what I was doing for a long time. So it took me probably 3 years before I really started figuring out chords, and then I really had a couple breakthroughs where I was like, oh, okay, I'm learning a lot. That's how guitar is. You plateau for a long time, and I feel like the best thing is to play with as many people as you can, because somebody's going to show you something so simple, and it's going to open up a whole other pathway for you to learn a lot. So.
Yeah, totally. Did you take some formal lessons?
Not really. I've never really taken lessons. I mean, I'll go and look at videos and try to learn songs
on
and
YouTube.
Stuff. Yeah, or I'll say, hey, what are you doing? Show me how you did that. But I never really took any lessons. I did take my first like real lesson last year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, with a really good guitarist named Cole Russo. He's actually my roommate now. He's a ripper. He's really good, very knowledgeable.
It's a real person.
Yeah, a friend of mine that I knew him around. I just saw him gigging around and was always pretty impressed with his skills. So took a couple lessons from him, and it did show me some things. But then I realized that, like, okay, well, now this is like affecting what I'm doing. I'm starting to sound more like this person or this person, which I don't love that. I kind of slowly but surely figured out a lot of things to make me sound like me. So I try to stick to that.
So what were you learning from him?
Just different scales.
Scales?
Yeah. I'm more of like a chord kind of composer kind of guy. That's how I think about it, or I find the melody within the chord. I like a long, complex progression with multiple parts. But I think that's where my strengths are. And I can rip a solo here and there, but that's not really what I'm good at. I'm much better at coming up with the progression and figuring out different voices and what inversion sounds right.
Right.
So with him, I was really just trying to get better at identifying keys and identifying what scales I can apply, and just you're being a little more knowledgeable in the music theory side of it. But I don't really think that's that important. It just depends on what you want to do. I'm not really trying to recreate something exactly note for note. I always like to try to put my own twist or spin on it. So it's good to know some of that stuff, but if it starts getting too complex for me, it's like it kind of takes the mystery and the fun out of it a little bit. So,
right. Are you using the scale for soloing, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or just different. You can.
You would noodle.
There's there's different. Or you can. You have like a major 7, or you have like a. Lots of different stuff you can do. So just knowing how to apply that and why, and if you're in this key, then you can use this. Just knowing a little bit more about that kind of opens up how you approach your solo a little bit more.
So you're talking about improv, right?
Yeah, it's improv, but then once you know your theory, it's improv, but you have rules. It's like, okay, if I play this scale, if this scale over this chord, there are no wrong notes. It's just about the pattern that you apply it. So. Yeah. So I was, that was when I was playing with Well. I was just trying to spice up some of the guitar work that we.
Are you the only guitar player in the band, or do you have a second one?
There's 2 guitar players in that band. Yeah.
Got it.
The other guitarist is one of the singers.
Nice, man. Jesse, so tell me, bro, what advice would you give to someone who wants to get into the guitar industry?
Into the industry,
Yeah.
I would say try to start small and try to do it yourself or apprentice with someone in like a small workshop. Which I love working at Taylor, but it would be way cooler if, I was working with one other guy and then we were making handmade stuff and obviously,
Make it work, right?
yeah. I mean that's yeah. Old beat up acoustic guitar. It's like
That's good.
those are cool.
Yeah. Well, hey, you have your brain, you have your fingers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have your ears, right?
And it's like man, this thing is super hard to play, but you can still play it. You make
Yeah.
it sound cool.
Yeah. You just have to uh, figure
Yeah.
out.
It's not in like some people like freak out about brands. It's like at the end of the day, it's a guitar. It's like just set it up and it,
Yeah. Oh, it's not a
it'll play.
Gibson.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a
Or
Fender.
it's like I only play tube amps. Or I
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, these days, people are using modelers,
Sure. I mean,
which is fine.
close your eyes and listen to what is
Yeah.
listen to the sounds you're making and
Yeah.
probably sound all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
If in your head you're like, well, this is not going to sound good because it's not through this specific amp, it's probably not going to sound good. But
Yeah.
if you just objectively listen to it,
Yeah. It's how you play it, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Tone is in your attack.
Yeah, man. So Jesse, can you play some of your ukulele?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Wow, that is beautiful, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
How'd you learn that? Let me ask you. Are you into Hawaiian music or something, or I don't know?
No, I mean everything sounds Hawaiian on a ukulele. It just sounds that way because that's
Yeah,
what it sounds
man.
like. No, that's an old song. It's more like almost
Oh,
like
it's a cover.
yeah. It's like a.
Okay.
I'm a big David Grisman fan, so
Okay.
I listen to hours and hours and hours
Okay,
of his
So,
stuff.
how did you get into Hawaiian music?
Well, that's just an old. It's kind of like a bluegrassy kind of waltzy song. It's called Deep Purple, and he just has a really cool version of it that I learned on guitar, and then on ukulele. I like ukulele because I'll write on ukulele a lot, so I'll think of guitar chord shapes. So I'll think in guitar, but I'll play on this.
Oh, okay.
Right? So I'll imagine I'm playing guitar. I'll play on this.
Yeah.
Then I'll sit and transpose. Okay, well, what am I actually? I'll think. If I play a C chord, a C shape on this, it's not C, right? If I play a G shape on this, a G shape would be C. So this is scaled up a fifth. So
Yeah.
so I'll write on this, then I'll transpose it, and then I'll play whatever the highest strings. So that's where this is. Right? Here, hold on.
Oh, okay.
So right, so that would be the same thing as
Yeah, but your fourth note is different.
it's the same note.
Same note?
Yours. It's just a different octave.
Higher. It's higher on the on the ukulele.
So it's just an inversion. So
Oh, okay.
so the shape you're playing is still the same.
So is this a standard tuning for a ukulele, Jesse?
That is standard. It's a baritone ukulele, but the strings I bought allow you to set it up.
So if I'm going to go to any store, I'm gonna get the same tuning, right?
That's kind of a weird one because this is a baritone ukulele.
So it's longer.
It's a longer scale, but traditionally, say if you were to go to a store and buy a baritone ukulele, it would be tuned exactly like this. It would be tuned. It would be tuned to E.
Oh,
Right? It would be tuned to E. But this
Sure.
one I tuned like a traditional ukulele to C.
Okay.
So,
But okay.
because I want to play this with guitar, and I don't want them to be doing the exact same thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Because
I mean that's kind of the point. I got this because I wanted to
Okay, dude.
I wanted to build something a
Okay,
little
man.
bit bigger so that I get kind of used to.
Yeah. I'm not really that smart when it comes to like tuning and all that, strings, But I've heard that ukuleles strings are the top strings on the guitar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the same
from E, B, G to D, right?
but they're not tuned like that. It's just the same.
Yeah.
It's the same ratio. So all your shapes are the same,
But different tuning.
right?
Okay. Guys, I'm sorry, okay? I'm learning from Jessie here.
This instrument is basically, just imagine imagine this was a guitar,
Yeah.
but you put a capo here.
Okay, capo. On the first fret.
On the 5th fret.
Oh, fifth fret, okay.
Put a capo on the 5th fret, and then these 4 strings, that's your ukulele.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, cool. Okay. I can see it clear now.
So all your shapes down here that you play on the guitar, you can move those up and play them. Otherwise, it would just be like playing with another guitar.
Okay, man. I'm a little confused there, but go ahead. So this is longer, right? It's a longer scale.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, it's just bigger. Right?
Bigger.
That's all it.
Yeah, Jesse. So what kind of wood do you typically use for the body, neck, and fretboard?
For this?
Yeah.
This is mahogany and walnut.
Oh, nice.
And then spruce.
Mahogany.
Like spruce bracing and stuff.
Yeah. And why mahogany?
I mean, this is just a kit that I bought. So there's a couple different options. Mahogany is pretty traditional. It's pretty uniform, even grain. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Nice. And what's your philosophy when it comes to ukulele construction?
My philosophy?
Yeah.
Just take your time.
Take time.
Take your time.
And you did take your time, right?
Dry fit everything. Before you start adding glue, bolt everything up. Make sure everything is right.
Man.
And if you have 1% chance that it's not going to be right, just don't do it. Just go back, sand it. Take your time. Do everything the right way so you get it done right the first time. Because once something goes wrong, then you start veering off your path to try to fix that. Then you have another problem. This is my first one, and it came out pretty problem free. Really, it didn't really have too much issue.
Yeah, man.
I had a couple issues on the inside with my kerfing around the edge, so I had to do some little repair work in there. But
so
you can't see it though. No, you'd never know.
Yeah. So where did you get your kerfings?
It's a StuMac kit, so it comes with all the stuff, and you just kind of shape it and trim it down and sand it down so that it all fits together.
According to your specs, right?
Yeah, everything is kind of like oversized and chunky, so it allows you to kind of shape it and smooth it all out to how you like it.
Nice.
Add the little curve in the fretboard, or do your custom headstock shape, or whatever, however you want your neck to feel. You can block that all out.
Did you also install the dots, the side?
Yeah, I did the dots, glued the bridge on, everything. I mean, yeah, it was just a pile of wood when it came.
Okay, well, nicely done, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, and how do you source your materials?
For this, I just bought it from StuMac. Yeah,
it's a company.
Yeah. Stuart McDonald's an online company. They sell all kinds of
tools
or wood sets, or you can probably even buy complete guitars on there.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Wow. Do you make your own parts, like the bridges? Or nuts, or do you use a pre-made components?
Pretty much pre-made components. A lot of like the calls and the jigs and the clamps and stuff, like you have to modify a lot of that. Something to go on, fit over your frets on your fretboard so you can clamp up the neck, something to hold your body, hold the waist and the butt so you can glue your blocks in. Then you add a bunch of hooks around it so I can glue the top on and use elastic bands to keep even pressure on the top. So, I mean, making all of the jigs and the calls was honestly like more work than making the actual guitar. But now that I have all that stuff, if I wanted to make another one the same shape, I could probably do it real quick.
Cool, man. Are you gonna at some point you're gonna make your own logo on top?
Yeah, I thought about it. I don't really know what it would be though. I gotta still flesh that out. Eventually, yeah. I mean, it would be cool to get a little collection of them together and try to sell them at OB or something.
And you have a little workshop at your place, right?
Yeah, a workshop is a stretch, but yeah, I do it.
So let's say,
in my garage and in my kitchen, I have a little setup.
So let's say, Jesse, I have this snack. Can you put a side dots? I mean, can you do that for me or?
Yeah, I can do that for you. It's not too hard. You can do it. I can show you how.
I think you have to use a drill or something.
Yeah, you just drill a hole.
Okay.
You take your little piece of material, whatever it may be, it's just a little skinny little dowel. Put that in there, clip it off, sand it smooth.
How would you clip them?
Just wire cutters, yeah.
Okay, wire cutters. Okay. All
right, nippers or anything.
Okay. And how would you sand it off?
Then you just, you'll have a little nub sticking out there, and you just take a block and you just slowly sand that down, and then you finish over it.
A sand block, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay. And what kind of finish do you use on your ukulele, and why?
This one just has a water-based flat, so it's just stain, and it's pretty hard to really see it. It has a little slight burst on it.
Yeah.
And then I just sealed that in, and then just spray water-based flat. Just to keep it as thin and minimal as possible.
Yeah,
it's really light, and you want the instrument to move as much as possible. That's what makes it sound good.
Yeah. So obviously you didn't put a clear coat, right?
No, just flat.
Yeah, pretty raw, right? In that sense, right?
Yeah, you can still see the grain and everything, and as long as it just seals water out, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. Is changing strings kind of difficult, or?
No, I mean, nylon strings, in my opinion, last a very long time. So.
Oh, okay. Really?
And I made this over winter break, so it's been a little over 6 months. But I also don't play it a ton. But yeah, the nylon strings don't really get tarnished and corroded and stuff like a steel string.
They stay longer.
Yeah.
Life-wise, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have nylon guitars. I haven't changed the strings in years,
Right. Yeah, because I know I never owned a classical guitar, so it gets pretty tricky installing this.
Yeah, I mean that's years of working in FA. I got no problem tying on a nylon string. I got it down.
There's a trick, huh? Right?
Yeah, it's not really a trick. It's just there's different ways.
Okay.
If you look at I get that stuff on my on my social media feed all the time with crazy ways that people tie their knots and make it all pretty. But I mean, this works as long as it's functional. That's really all I'm worried about.
So there's no rules, right?
I mean, strings, right? There's definitely wrong ways to do it.
Wrong ways, okay.
But this is the way that I think just looks the cleanest, and it seems to work and doesn't. Yeah. I haven't had any issues with it coming out or anything like that.
Oh yeah. And so what's the difference in sound between a soprano, concert, tenor, and baritone ukulele that you built?
Yeah. I mean,
this is your first time.
It's just like with guitar, it's just different. It's hard to really qualify what is good or bad or low end, high end. It's just different. Some have more sustain. Some are just brighter and punchier. It's just a different sound. I mean, that's all about like where the waist is, where the sound hole is, where your whole scale is situated on the instrument. So it's just variation, and all that has to do with like how comfortable is it. It's kind of why I like a bigger one, just because it's a little easier, a little more familiar, like a guitar, because it's just bigger.
Right, it's bigger.
If you play those little tiny ones, you can still play them, but it just doesn't have the same sound. But you can throw it in your backpack, or it's this big. You can just take it with you. So
yeah. That's cool, man. Are you gonna offer some custom builds in the future
for the ukes?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Ideally, I'm working on another little one right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, it's got a little cutaway.
For yourself.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I might end up, I'll sell them to somebody if they want them, but I'm just trying to get more familiar and just get my process really down. Eventually, I'd like to build a classical guitar.
Nice.
So just seeing what problems I run into, figuring out different ways to manage those problems and different things I can build that will help the process, because I would like to keep making them, and obviously as you get better at it, you're going to start trying more and more complex stuff, maybe more and more exotic materials, different finishing techniques, but that's just going to come with trial and error of all the different instruments.
Well, this is the first one.
Yeah, so the second one, I tried to do a cutaway. I ended up with a little gap where the cutaway meets, right? So that's like not great, not a great start. So then I tried to put a cap on that.
Cap.
So already that one's more complex than this thing is. And
it's, so that's gonna take a little longer.
Yeah.
To finish.
Yeah. Kind of started getting a little sideways on it, but it'll be all right. At the end of the day, it's the second one, and once it gets finished, it'll still work.
Fine. I mean, having some cutaways will help you.
And it's also just my brain of working at Taylor for so long. It's like eagle-eyeing every little thing has to be perfect. It's like, all right, well, I'm making this in my kitchen. It doesn't really have to be perfect, but as long as I'm learning as I'm doing it, that's all.
Well, I think you're doing really good, Jesse.
Thanks.
Yeah, way to go, man.
Yeah, it came out pretty nice.
Yeah, because we've been talking about your ukulele for the last 6 months, right?
For a while, yeah. Well, then I heard I messed up my fingers, so I couldn't come do this.
Yeah, you did.
I couldn't really play it for quite a while.
I mean, are you still kind of numb in there?
It's completely numb.
Oh shit.
It's really more of what's happening.
Okay, cool, man. So, what's the price range for one of your custom ukuleles?
Something like this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I put a lot of time into it. As far as like materials, I probably spent like $150 on like the stuff that went into it, and then probably another $100 on just all the other stuff I needed to build the jigs, buy the wood, clamps, the rubber bands, all the little hardware, whatever random tool I might need.
And you have those clamps, right, at home, right?
Yeah. I have most of the stuff I need at home. Yeah.
Cool.
So
so roughly, like,
realistically, to make it even make sense, I'd probably, if I had more of them, but like to really recoup it, would probably be like $300.
I was gonna say 300 to 400, right?
Yeah. Probably. I mean, that's the other thing. It's like, I would probably only really sell it to somebody that I know. So I'm not really trying to like price gouge people either, but to make it even make sense, I'd probably need like 300.
Okay.
Ideally, I would sell it, make enough profit to be able to buy wood to make another one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like a hobby.
Yeah. It's not really a great financial investment. It just takes so long. It's if I could sell it for $1,000, maybe I'd recoup my time, but I couldn't do that. So,
can you play minor chords on the ukulele?
Sure. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can.
That's like A minor or something.
It's a D minor.
D minor. So that's a D minor shape of what you just did, right? Okay, cool.
And that's like your E minor shape, but it's actually A minor.
Okay.
Because think that this is the 5th fret on the guitar. Right.
Nice, dude. So whenever I see people who play ukulele, it's always like a happy tune,
Yeah, it's a lot of open chords.
Right. You can't play metal on the ukulele.
I mean, you can, right? But it is kind of
minor wise. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, you could. There are some ukuleles that this little string isn't set up like that. There are some that go from lowest to highest, which is more similar to that. So on that, it's like soloing on a ukulele doesn't really work because it doesn't go from low to high. So.
Definitely, dude. Do you have any advice for someone who wants to start building their own instruments?
I would say what I did was pretty easy way to go. I'd say start just with a basic kit. Ukulele is pretty small. It's not really too expensive.
Are you talking about a starter kit?
Yeah. So you can just look up ukulele kit.
So they're pretty much ready to go, right?
Kind of. I mean,
they're in the box, right, or something.
Yeah, you just get a little kit. It has all your tuners, your nut.
Oh yeah,
it has all the stuff.
Okay,
it has your fret wire.
Yeah.
You know, this one came. The top and the back were like pretty oversized. You know what I mean? The sides were already bent. They weren't really perfectly bent. They were just kind of roughly bent. So I built a little jig and I wedged them in there and held it all down, symmetrically, and lined it all up. And yeah, I mean, you can go online and watch. There's tons of videos of people building these same kits. So you can kind of see 3 different people's ways that they went about doing it, and then tries. You know what I mean? The sides were already bent. They weren't really perfectly bent. They were just kind of roughly bent. So I built a little jig and I wedged them in there and held it all down, symmetrically, and lined it all up. And yeah, I mean, you can go online and watch. There's tons of videos of people building these same kits. So you can kind of see 3 different people's ways that they went about doing it, and then trial and error is always the way you learn the most.
Yeah. Well, Jesse, I think you're doing really good, man.
Thanks, dude.
So keep it the good one. So Jesse, can you play a little more? Can you play one more song for our fans out there?
On the uke or on the guitar?
On the ukulele.
On the uke?
Yeah.
I don't know what to play.
Yeah, man. You can play. You can shred. Damn! How did you know how to play like that?
I don't know. That's a Beatles song.
Let me think. Michelle?
No, I can do that on guitar. I don't got that one on the uke, really.
Man, what, dude? Jesse, thanks for your time, brother. Thanks for your time, insights, and sharing your story.
For sure, brother.
Yeah. Can you play another song on your electric? Wow! Excellent. Is that your Chet Atkins?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorta?
Yeah, it's like.